This was so big. This was so big. So big. And I will tell you why. The monkey is off the back. It wasn't pretty early. We allowed 69 points in the first half. We got crushed in the first half. It was hideous. Let's be real. Everyone was saying, why is this happening to us? Why can't we beat the Celtics? Everyone was saying that through the first half of this basketball game. But you outscored the Celtics by 6 in the third quarter? Joel Embiid was a monster? You outscored the Celtics by 8 in the fourth. Jimmy Butler was unreal. Ben Simmons gets an and one late and hits the free throw to go up 3. Joel Embiid with a monster block on Kyrie Irving right before Jimmy Butler hits a monster 2 to seal the deal. The ability to get to the free throw line. Joel Embiid was 20 of 21. He finished with 37 points and 22 boards. 20 of 21 at the free throw line. Let that sink in. Let that sink in. They couldn't stop the guy. And that all started after Marcus Smart tries to be a tough guy and push Embiid in the back. I mean, how dumb can you be? I get it. You hate each other. It's a rivalry. One, the intensity wasn't even that high at that point in the game because the Celtics were crushing us. The mojo, the atmosphere in the Wells Fargo Center, it wasn't very high. It was coming right out of the half, too. That was just dumb. That was a very immature play, to be honest with you, because that was the momentum changer. That was the game changer. And Embiid for 3-4 seconds kind of went after him, but after that he had this look on his face. This look that he was about to dominate, and he did just that. This game was outstanding. The team as a whole at the free throw line, 39 of 42. Hey, only 9 turnovers. The second half was beautiful. And do you credit Brett Brown? Do you credit Brett Brown now? Did he not come alive in that second half? The first half was terrible. It was horrendous. We couldn't get stops. That was the issue. We weren't getting any stops whatsoever. We were scoring, but we couldn't defend. We couldn't stop anyone. The second half happened, and it was a total difference maker. And I get it. They had guys leave. Baines left and did not return. And Marcus Smart obviously making a boneheaded decision, but that's a boneheaded decision that he made that could have potentially been the reason why the team lost. It could have cost his team. That was a very immature play. But the Sixers took advantage. And they did outstanding. Jimmy Butler in the fourth quarter was something else. Hitting those back-to-back threes to tie the game up. Now, there was another spurt where he missed back-to-back threes, but all around in the fourth quarter, Jimmy Butler. People actually don't want this guy. Do you not see the value that this guy has? We couldn't beat the Celtics. Look what he does when you add him to the roster. He had a quiet first half, 7 points at one point, and he finishes the day with, where is he here? 20? Where's Jimmy Butler? Jimmy Butler, why do I not have it on here? 22 points. 22 points. It was ridiculous. That was such a great win. The biggest win of the year, obviously. And I get that it wasn't the prettiest thing. We grinded a win out late. But all that matters is we, psychologically, were able to defeat the Boston Celtics and completely outplay them down the stretch. I thought some of these calls were horrendous. When Kyrie Irving puts his body into Embiid when he's going straight up and down. And they were calling these horrendous fouls all night long. I mean, they were waiting for plays to happen. And once the bucket didn't fall, then they would blow the whistle. That's when the whistle was blown. It was a joke, but Kyrie ends the day with 36 and 9. Horford with 22. Clearly, Embiid won the battle tonight. Let's be real about that. Terry Rozier, though, he talked a lot of smack before the game, and he was talking about Embiid. He said he respected him on the court, but he's kind of lame. He did ball out, though. In his limited minutes, he scored 20. Here's a problem. Our bench could not get going. 110 points were our starters. Our bench had 8 points. I mean, that's a problem. That's a problem. It is a huge issue. But that just says how fantastic this starting four really is. I'm sweating. I am really, really emotional after this win. And it was iconic. It was an iconic win. People want to think that's silly. Celtics fan, that's stupid. How can you really take that much out of that game? We lost 2 of our players. It took all of you to win. It's the mental thing. We finally got over the hump. We finally got over the hurdle. We had so many questions about Brett Brown. Take a look at the difference in the first half and the second half. Take a look. Take a look. And one thing I really loved late with that Ben Simmons thing is we saw Jimmy Butler be the primary ball handler late, and that's been an adjustment that Brett Brown has done. Late in that ball game, you're talking Ben Simmons at the top of the key with the ball in his hands. That is a different player that we have seen in the past. He took it hard to the rack, he got the and one, and made the free throw. That can't go unnoticed. Huge step from Ben Simmons, who finishes with 13, 8, and 7. Tobias Harris, he had a big start of the game that kind of kept us in the groove in that first quarter. He didn't have the best shooting percentage night, but 21, 8, and 3, and he made plays late in that game. He had a dunk, he had a really nice pass. And he did what he needed to. I am just thrilled. I am thrilled. That was just such a unique way to win. Coming off of a back-to-back where, the starters played a ton of minutes last night, and an extreme amount of minutes last night, and they respond with having to do it again because the bench was quiet. They had to do it again, and they did, and they got the monkey off the back. I cannot stress this enough. Just unbelievable to be down 11 at half, to win the third quarter by 6, to win the fourth quarter by 8, to just step up defensively because that was the issue. We just couldn't. And here's that stretch. It was 109-108 Sixers with about 3 minutes left. It ends up becoming a tie game, 111-111 after a Horford 3 and a beautiful pass by Kyrie Irving behind the back, which was absolutely outstanding. It gets tied again, 113-113, and that's when Ben got the and one. Joel Embiid ends up getting a huge block on Kyrie late in the ball game, and Jimmy Butler ends up nailing the two-pointer after he almost pretty much mishandled the ball, and he does the Selly where he's standing there and he's just staying still, and it was crazy. I haven't been that hype, that emotional after a win in so long. That meant a lot to this fan base. It meant a lot to this team, and it definitely just builds momentum and builds promise, I guess you will, and just it shows that this team really does have something special. We need to figure out the bench thing. That is a serious issue. But you can't tell me Jimmy Butler's not worth it. I'm sorry, you can't tell me. And Embiid, it's like I haven't talked about him enough, what he was able to do tonight. He was a difference maker, especially after Marcus Smart pushes him like that. Just an absolute joke and pathetic move by him. I'm all about rivalries and being upset and playing with emotion and having some swag, but that was just dumb. That was just dumb. There was no reason to do that. They had all the energy. They had all the mojo in this game. The Wells Fargo Center was dead as hell, and he does that, which changes the game completely. Hey, listen, it is what it is. The Sixers came back and won. I need to know your thoughts on Embiid, on Jimmy Butler, on Brett Brown, on this win. Hit me with it in the comments section. I need to know your thoughts. This was the biggest win of the year, obviously. Let's keep this momentum rolling heading into these games. Wow. It's as simple as that. Wow, they did it. What was your emotion like? What was your reaction to that Jimmy Butler shot at the end? What was it? Because I was screaming, jumping up and down. Unbelievable. I think this win is bigger than most think. It has season-changing ties to it, in my opinion. Mentally. We finally got over the Boston Celtics. I know it's one regular season game, but this can take you far. This shows the team, the organization, the fan base, hey, we can do it. If we put it together and make it happen, we can do it. Outstanding performance. I can't wait to watch the highlights tonight. I'm going to end this video. I'm going to watch the highlights. Let me know your thoughts. I'll see you next time.